So you got a knockout or knockdown?
Oh, the guy with no teeth?
Yeah.
What's your boy, Bryce, that came on the show? his introduction. Like, don't need to wear a mouthpiece because he ain't got no top teeth.
So that's a real, like, you don't have to wear a mouthpiece if you don't have teeth? I mean, I guess it makes
Nothing's
sense.
going to fall out.
Yeah.
Your gums aren't going to fall out.
Not aware of the rules.
What the f?
Welcome to the Real Chat Podcast. And here's your host, Casey, along with Damien, Nick, and Tommy. On the Real Chat Podcast.
We're talking sports and anything else that makes us laugh. Stick around here, hot takes, dumb takes, and troll each other mercilessly. It's the Group Chat Podcast.
Good evening. We are live here on the Group Chat Podcast. We hope everyone is enjoying their Friday night. And if you're not, well, we're here to make it a little bit better or worse. It's okay. We've got a lot of different things to talk about today. We will be talking about the NFL draft. We'll be talking about the NBA playoffs. We'll be talking about some boxing. We've got some different segments and different things coming your way, including a Mount Rushmore. We've got a What Would You Rather segment, which will be new for us, and all sorts of different things that we'll be covering today during the course of our program. I am Casey Gisclair. He is Nick Abear. He is Damian St. Pierre. He is Tommy Bado. We have a bunch of our crew in-house today. Tommy, good to see you in person. How's everybody doing today, folks? Y'all doing all right?
A good day today.
Yeah, me too.
Got passed up on the radio for some Siamese twins.
You sure did. That's a fact.
It was awesome.
Yep. Nicholas, good day today?
Good day. Can't complain.
Nick, fresh back from vacation.
Yeah.
Going on vacation next week.
Nick is the only dude that takes vacation when school's in session and doesn't when school's out of session.
What? Okay, so let's see. We're in almost May, so you going to like a big winter resort? You always go out of season.
No, I wish. We're going to Disney.
Disney, okay.
Yeah.
All
Not
right.
too excited about that.
Counselor, how are we doing today?
I'm doing good. My wife's actually in Disney right now, so she's probably having a better time than me. Cannot complain, as the co-host Nick said, in town, in the area. We're going to go do some fishing tomorrow morning, so hopefully that's good. Weather looks nice.
What are we trying to catch?
Everything.
All
the mashwadons one could catch, because that's what I do. I don't care if we catch some sheephead, but hopefully we get a couple of redfish and get to cook that tomorrow.
Nick, what is your favorite catching a sheephead story?
Was it when we threw them out? No, was it when we threw them all back? Because they said it wasn't good, and then next time we went fishing, we caught more, and they were like...
So, myself, Nick, and our buddy Blake Lee went fishing, and Nick was the first one to catch a fish, and Blake wasn't having that on his boat, so he cut it off and just threw it back.
Okay, fair enough.
Good times.
We are literally just minutes away from the New Orleans Saints, we think, making a pick in the third round. Commanders are on the clock right now. Their pick is in. Then it's the Bengals. Then it's the Saints. So within, about 5-10 minutes, we should be able to tell you who New Orleans' next selection is, assuming that they keep the pick. Let's lead right into it because we could talk about the NFL draft round 1, and then we are also into round 2 as well. You guys are going to actually have to school me on the round 2 stuff because I've been driving and working softball and everything today. But round 1, New Orleans makes the selection, and they get the big wide receiver from Arizona State. I don't think anybody doubts that Jordan Tyson could play. That was kind of the thing that everybody was saying yesterday at the panel. It was like, hey, dude, this guy could go. 6'2", 203, is big, high-level receiver, can make all the catches, could do a bunch of great stuff. But torn ACL, broken collarbone, hamstring issues. Kind of throughout the collarbone. That's kind of a fluke. Torn ACL worries me. Hamstring probably worries me more than any of them because once you have that, that's something that lingers. How we feeling, boys? There were some other guys on the board. I know a lot of people wanted Caleb Downs. I know some people wanted Reuben Baines. Some people wanted New Orleans to take some wide receivers a little later on because it's kind of a deep wide receiver draft. But they go Jordan Tyson, number 8 overall, add him to their wide receiver room, add him to their offensive room. Do we like the pick? Do we hate the pick? What do we think? I think it could work out, but there are certainly some risks there with some of his injury concerns.
Well, before I start, just want to notify. It's the third round, 7th pick right now, so take a pause for that. As Casey was saying, add him to the wide receiver room. We would also need to add him to the ICU room along with Chris Olave because that's exactly what's going to happen. Wasn't a fan of the pick. I was on the Caleb Downs train the whole way. And then if it wasn't Downs, I wanted Bain. And of course, that didn't happen. But two people at the table are happy that the Saints screwed that up. And so that,
and you're one of them.
I am. And I'm sure that'll come up later. But yeah, you losing Cam Jordan. You have Granderson. I just think you needed some more pass rush there. And if you looked at most of the experts, and I don't consider myself an expert, but I thought Downs was probably at worst a top 3 player in this draft. It doesn't matter who you have. I know the Saints were happy on some of their safeties they had drafted the last couple of years, and they liked him. But I just think when you get a guy of Caleb Downs' caliber sitting there at 8, you just have to take him. But they go for the big splash. They want the crafty wide receiver who spends more time in the hospital than he does on the field. But, of course, his pro day was cool, though. Odell Beckham Jr., so who dat?
You guys as down on Jordan Tyson as Tommy is? Tommy just painted a glowing picture of his career in New Orleans.
He's definitely not who I wanted. I was in the Caleb. Is it Caleb Love? Am I saying this right?
Caleb Love.
Jeremiah Love. Not Jeremiah Love. Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
Caleb Downs or Ruben Bain. I'm a big Ruben Bain guy. That's who I was really, really hoping for. Didn't get him. Went to a division rival. Tyler Shoug's dead.
Tyler Shoug's dead. That's your guy.
Tampa Bain.
Okay.
They're already printing the shirts, them.
Look, obviously we have the volume down. This dude has been announcing the Commanders pick for at least 10 minutes.
Who is that? Mark Rippon?
I mean, they just selected Antonio Williams, but the dude was on the podium announcing their pick for 10 minutes.
It was the 7th pick of the 3rd round. And 2 other keynotes. The Saints have the 73rd pick. And so 373. The Bucks have 377. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. Jordan Tyson, 75 catches, 1,101 yards as a junior. Last year fought some injuries, 61 catches, 711 yards. In the last 2 years, he had 18 touchdowns. He started his career at Colorado, missed all of the 2023 season with some injury issues. We got Nick's thoughts. We got Tommy's thoughts. I know your thoughts from talking to you about it earlier, but new audience, what are your thoughts on Jordan Tyson being a new member of the Black and Gold?
So before I get there, I don't want to go too off topic, but don't look at the screen. If you could guess
what's
on SmackDown right now.
Oh, okay.
Women's match?
Little Yachty, Trick Williams, and a gingerbread man. You know how you get people over automatically? Gingerbread.
Put a gingerbread man in the ring.
Now, I thought there was it's not a terrible pick, but the fact that you got a dude that lives in the ER most of his career kind of goes in line with what the Saints have been in the past couple seasons. Obviously gave Nick's boy Shough some weapons, but how often is he going to be on the field? Is he a every down receiver? Is he a number 1? That all remains to be seen. Probably could have went with an easier need rather than just another toy. That's often hurt.
Y'all know one thing to pay attention to whenever you guys are watching y'all's highlight tapes of Jordan Tyson. Almost every one of those passes, Sam Levitt, baby. You got a chance to maybe get a little double duty if you're scouting there and watching Jordan Tyson. Just something to pay attention to. He was Sam Levitt's number 1.
Funniest thing I saw today was a meme. I think it was constructed of the Forrest Gump Lieutenant Dan. It was Chris Olave and Jordan Tyson in a hospital bed together with the caption, "Now y'all know Oshner made this pick." I had to give some props to that. That was some
fit right in with the New Orleans pro franchise.
The internet is undefeated.
Which one is going to miss training camp time first?
It's got to be Jordan Tyson. It's the shiny new toy, and you know he's just bound to break hearts right away.
He's pulling a hammy like right away.
So what a lucky guy Jordan Tyson is. He gets to play with Sam Levitt in college, and then he gets to take it to the next level with a next level quarterback in Tyler Shough.
Until the Saints draft the Nuss Bus coming soon.
Which could be happening literally as we speak because the Saints pick is in, and we are going to be finding out in just a second who New Orleans is taking with the 73rd overall pick.
Reggie.
If it is, the pick's going to go back to 77.
No, that's Colston.
Yeah, so that's Marcus Colston.
Marquez.
Then we're dropping it.
Oh, I don't know. He's sure-handed. Wow.
And for the viewers at home,
I
Zane was the gingerbread man.
I know who the pick is. ESPN.com just... Yeah, there you go.
I don't mind that.
Oscar.
Oscar Delp from Georgia, a tight end, 6'5", 245. Georgia does have them some tight ends.
Well, thanks, Casey.
But last year, 261 yards receiving.
He was underused in a not good Georgia offense. And the only reason I know that is I subscribe to one of the Bucks podcasts, and they were really high on this dude. So I had an in-depth scouting report because apparently the Bucks brought in like 25 tight ends to interview. So they'll probably be drafting one in the third round.
20 catches, 261, 1 touchdown. We'll see. Maybe it'll work out. And he might be a great run blocker too.
Are we really sold on? I know y'all back on the Nuss buzz, but are we really sold on him being an NFL quarterback?
Oh, I'm not sold on him being No, look, the oblique injury has nothing to do with fucking turning over the ball in the red zone, which he would do repeatedly. I'm not. Look, as a late round, 4th, 5th round guy, yeah, it's worth taking a flyer. But all this stuff of, hey, he should have been a first-round pick and everything that we were talking about earlier in the year, absolutely not.
Oh, I got off the Nuss bus and I stayed off, but there's a lot of folks, oh, bro, the injury. No, bro.
The little sis?
It was terrible.
It's a little sis.
And look, I think that there's some validity to the fact that he couldn't throw deep. But again, that has nothing to do with ball security. That has nothing to do with unwillingness to be hit and all the different things that we saw. But speaking of LSU, one of the big moves yesterday, Mansour Delane, the number 6 overall pick of the NFL draft, going to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs needed a defensive back. They traded their top defensive back away this offseason. They get Mansour Delane, who was locked down at LSU. What do y'all think? Mansour Delane, hey, look, normally when you're the number 6 overall pick, you're going to a team that is not good. He is going to a situation that is pretty good. The Chiefs were only bad last year because Mahomes had some injury issues and they had some different things go wrong. But Mansour Delane, LSU's top NFL draft prospect, going with Andy Reid in them. That's a good situation for old Mansour Delane.
Chiefs kind of reestablished on the defensive end. My issue with that, why would the Browns in the same conference go ahead and just give a lockdown cornerback to one of the better offenses in the league?
Because they're the Browns, bro. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Brown's going to Brown.
The Browns going to Brown. Are there any concerns with Mansour Delane? Because Kuiper was talking, and I don't put a whole lot of stock in him these days, but he was saying that he wasn't very good at Virginia Tech and that last year he kind of established himself. To which I say, I mean, that's kind of what you do at LSU. It's DBU, man. Like, I feel like he just kind of found himself because he was in a different situation. Is he going to be a very successful professional, or the first couple years at Virginia Tech where he was hit or miss going to be more of what we see at the next level?
I think he got coached up last year.
Yeah.
Got a lot better, and obviously solidified himself as a top 10 pick. I don't see that going any other way. He's going to be good. He showed everything that you possibly could have wanted, and to say that defense was put in some pretty bad situations at times last year, I think would be a little bit of an understatement. Unless he gets cursed by Danhausen.
And who is out not at the Miz's house anymore and is in the arena. So that's interesting to see. Jeremiah Love, number 3 overall to the Arizona Cardinals. Everybody and their grandpa these days is saying, man, you shouldn't take running backs. You shouldn't sign running backs. You shouldn't give running backs, a high dollar. The Cardinals go number 3 overall. Now, look, Jeremiah Love was ridiculous in college. He was very, very good. But the Cardinals have a lot of needs, man. And I go back last year, Ashton Genty went to Las Vegas, didn't do a whole lot because they got so many other holes elsewhere. Would you guys have invested the number 3 overall pick on Jeremiah Love?
So I'm glad you brought that up because that was going to be my point. I basically wanted to say that Arizona was a winner of the draft, but I can't do that because of the whole Ashton Genty factor. And they are walking into next season with Jacoby Brissett as their starting quarterback. So what do you think is going to happen? Because I think most people would have said the same thing with Downs, that Love was probably a top 3 prospect in this draft. He's the highest taken running back in probably the last 15 years. He instantly becomes the 7th highest paid running back in the National Football League and now has the most guaranteed money of any running back in the league. You're
That's
putting
crazy.
this all in a rookie. I don't care how good he is. You saw kind of what happened with Genty. he has no quarterback to take the pressure off of him. They're just going to feed him the rock because he's such a great athlete. He's going to get stuffed. People are going to stack the box. It's just going to be ridiculous. So, I know they're expecting him to be, and the highlight was up last night. It was like most touchdown runs of, I think, 20 yards. And it was Saquon, him, your boy, Bijan, sorry.
Bijan, yeah.
And so and McCaffrey. So they're putting him in that category, but those guys, Bijan has kind of came into his own a little bit, but it's just, you need a full team around you. And that's a premium pick. You could probably trade back and still got him and got some more ammo, because now you're still sitting there without a quarterback until you roll the dice on the real draft winner of the whole process, Carson Beck, who was probably going to go in the 5th round. And because the Rams did what they did, found himself first pick in the 3rd.
So let's talk about that, okay? Quarterbacks are usually, you see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them in the first round sometimes. This year, only 2. And 1 came off the board way sooner than what we expected in Ty Simpson. So my question is this. Fernando Mendoza, where are we at on Fernando Mendoza? I read here, Matt Miller's pro comparison, Joe Burrow. I laugh at that. I don't think that they're very comparable. I really don't. I think that Mendoza is more of a throw short kind of guy. Burrow made his name throwing deep passes deep down the field to Jamar Chase. So I don't think that that's a great comparison. Are we really 100% sure that Fernando Mendoza is going to go to Las Vegas and be this franchise quarterback? Or is this a situation where he just so happened to be the best one in a down quarterback class, so he went number 1 overall, and he's going to disappoint us all? I raise my hand. I think that's what it's going to be. I don't think this guy's going to be a star. I saw him play at Indiana. You know what I saw? I saw them win at the line of scrimmage and play great defense. I didn't think that they were winning because of anything he was doing per se. So what say you guys? Are we sold that this guy who played 3 seasons at Cal, and we had no idea who he even was, is going to then suddenly go to Las Vegas where they've got everything wrong and suddenly start righting those wrongs? I'm not all the way sold that this dude's going to be a superstar.
Unless Kurt Cignetti's going coach in Las Vegas, I'm not sold on him either. I think he was a system type of quarterback, found himself in the correct situation to be able to be successful and turn it into a monster last season in college and parlay that into a number 1 overall draft pick in a shitty quarterback draft class, which we've been talking about for a year. In season 1, we discussed how crappy of a class this was and why teams may not tank to get quarterbacks, and teams may tank for next year to get Arch, which we saw how that panned out.
For sure. Gentlemen, I saw, Nick, you were shaking your head agreement whenever I was talking about my boy Mendoza. He's not going to go over there and set the world on fire, right? Like they got to build a whole. Indiana had a whole group around him. They had an elite roster. I just don't think he's going to carry anybody.
I think his career is just going to show how good Kurt Cignetti is as a coach.
Yeah.
So that everything they did in Indiana was Kurt Cignetti's. That was his system. And when he gets to the Raiders, they don't have any of that Kurt Cignetti offense. They don't have anything that's going to any weapons at all in Oakland. They have Genty.
Yeah,
Anybody
Genty. Brock Bowers is all right. Other than that,
yeah,
I don't expect him to be a successful quarterback.
As a known Burrow hater, this dude is nothing close to
no. Yeah, like, how do they even get that comparison?
He is more boring and not even remotely entertaining as Kirk Cousins. His first commercial as the number 1 pick in the draft was a LinkedIn ad, because he is very uncharisma. He's the most boring quarterback I've ever seen.
Awkward
in the history. He's socially awkward. And can you think of anything worse? They called him and said, and the whole Raiders slogan now, I guess with Spy Tech and Brady Run, hey, welcome to the dark side. Is there any more undark side guy that you could have leading your team than freaking Mendoza?
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
I don't see it.
I just need to make a counterpoint. In the 2 championship games, we had Matt Stafford, Sam Darnold, Drake May, and Jarrett Stidham. I know Stidham was a replacement for fucking Bo Nix. But do you have to have elite quarterback play to win football games now in the NFL with the lack of elite quarterback play?
Better have a defense if you don't.
Yeah, sure.
And the Raiders have neither.
Right. Now, the big shocker of the night, and I had saw an ESPN.com mock draft that had the Rams trading into the back end of the first round at 30 to take Ty Simpson. Apparently, they were very high on him. Well, they just said, hey, screw it. We're just taking him at 13. The Rams get Ty Simpson of Alabama. And look, it's one thing if you like Ty Simpson, whatever it may be, but some of the other things don't add up. Like today, they reportedly announced that they're going to sign Matthew Stafford to a multi-year extension. Okay. Then yesterday at the news conference when they were announcing this, you would assume, hey, like, this is somebody that McVay wants, okay? McVay was livid. He was not happy. He didn't want this. This is something their general manager wanted. So I don't think all is well in Ramland. And look, my thing is this. If you are the Rams, you are just a player or two away from winning it all. You're right there. Last year, you were right there. Why would you go get somebody who's going to be a backup for the next 3 or 4 years? What are we doing?
I think that's just what the Steelers just did. Drew Aller goes to the Steelers to sit behind A-Rod.
I remember when he was supposed to be the first overall pick.
And he got picked before.
Nuss.
What about Nuss and Klubnik? Is Klubnik even in the draft?
7th round projection. Yeah, he's in the draft.
I remember like last August, we were talking about that LSU Clemson game. Oh, this could be the top 2 quarterbacks taken in the draft. And here we are. Nuss is going to go off the board fairly soon, but Klubnik is falling off the face of the earth.
And people were shocked that Aller went back to school. That was the big thing.
It's insane. He is with the Steelers. And look, we don't know what Rodgers is or isn't going to do. There's a world where if Rodgers retires, my boy might end up starting.
Yeah, I don't understand the Rams pick either. And Sean McVay's face during that whole press conference with Les Snead said it all. I think even now it makes it worse with the Stafford extension because people were trying to put the spin like, hey, Stafford's got a bad back. There were questions of him all through last year. Would he come out of camp and be healthy? I mean, look, he put up an MVP season, but he's no spring chicken, even though I hate that phrase.
Yeah, he was literally in a coma bed to keep him alive in training camp.
And, he's got to be sitting there like, with the year I just put up, my wide receiver 1 is now in rehab. You let go of my other one last year. Like, give me some freaking weapons. I'm out here putting up MVP numbers, throwing to 13 personnel. Nobody knew who the hell Colby Parkinson was until last year. And now this dude's throwing dots to Higbee and give him them taking Jordan Tyson. I can maybe see. You need a big splash. You need a receiver. But I don't get it because you kind of did the same. You didn't take Stetson Bennett that early, but they have already said, like, hey, you're competing with Stetson Bennett. Then are they going to bring Garoppolo back? Like, what are they doing? They had other needs. Their defense was amazing last year. Go and get another offensive weapon.
And Nakua, it was like in rehab.
That's what I'm saying. He's in rehab. He's in racist rehab and whatever he's doing. Definitely entertaining, and look, he's my stud on my fantasy team, so I'm hoping nothing happens. But yeah, you don't know what's going on with your wide receiver 1, and you're just going to go and take a project backup QB who started 15 games in 4 years.
Really quick, boys, before we move on, night 1, rapid fire, night 1 winners. Just off the top of your head, I'll go first. My Cowboys won night 1.
I'm right there with you. They got the steal of the first round.
I was going to say the Cowboys, but they screwed it all up by making that trade and then letting the Eagles pick the guy. Like, they wanted that wide receiver. And then they also lost. They were going to go back and get a defensive end, and they panicked. So I can't give them the win. I think who I'm going to give it to, it's either the Bucs or the Redskins. Because my favorite besides Styles.
The who?
And Bain, the Redskins. Yeah.
Who?
That's what I'm going to call them, the Redskins. I'm going to call them
I give you the R pass.
Yeah. I'm Redskins because Sonny Styles was probably one of my favorite players.
So big winner for me last night was the actual ESPN broadcast because I turned it on to Netflix, onto the Todd McShay podcast.
Which I thought was going to be really good.
And fell asleep.
McShay's kind of washed, man. And it's crazy because he's way younger than Kuiper. Like, Kuiper should be washed. McShay's done.
But, like, it was just him and some dude with, like, a crappy graphic. Like, I feel like we could have done better. They had better lighting and more space. But
well, I would hope so.
Who lost yesterday?
Who picked Ty Simpson?
The Rams.
The Rams. So
Rams.
Okay.
That is the big loser.
Raiders, Rams, the Steelers. Arvell Reese's hat lost. Cleveland lost just by being Cleveland. The Vikings. And then the Dolphins were positioned to try to at least start rebuilding this franchise. Had 2 first-round picks and took 2 dudes rated outside of the top 5 at their own position in the first round. They took the 4th-ranked tackle.
That tackle looks like he's going to be with Roman Reigns and them, like, pronto.
I guess there's some upside. I mean, they launching his TV career, but I don't know what they were doing. But they made up for it today because the Dolphins freaking stole Jacob Rodriguez, who was probably my fourth player.
What's y'all thoughts on the Ty Simpson pick?
Terrible. The Rams are one player away from winning it all. Why are we getting Ty Simpson? What are we doing?
I feel like the draft is all about collecting picks. The more picks, the better. And you're reached, which I feel like everybody agrees on that. That's a reach.
Mm-hmm.
Why not trade back to 20, 25?
I agree.
And get Ty Simpson plus a third and a fourth.
Who are you competing with? Like who was in between 13 and 20? Who was gonna pick him? I don't think anybody.
I was gonna say the Giants were gonna win, but I think it has to come with an asterisk. If they trade one of their defensive ends, then they win. Because Arvell Reese was an amazing player, but they're so heavy in defensive ends. And then they got the best tackle in the draft. So they are a player to be winned later, if that makes any sense, if they trade Thibodeau.
So next rapid fire before we move on to some NBA stuff. How we feeling about what the Saints did? They get Christian Miller in the second round. Then in the third round, they go Georgia again, and they take the tight end Oscar Delp, who we just told you about. I'm not as crazy about the tight end as I am the defensive tackle. I think the defensive tackle is a good pick. How we feel, letter grade. How the Saints doing? B minus? C plus?
C plus, just because I like the tight end Delp, but the tight end depth is supposedly like the greatest asset in this class.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could have waited. They had your boy, and something has to come out about Gerard McCoy. I understand he was hurt, he tore his ACL, but that was a year and a half ago, or almost like that was a 25 season.
Yeah, it was a minute ago.
He's a top 20 player in the draft. He's not even picked yet. The Saints just lost Alontae Taylor. I think you're in rebuilding. You take that dude, and you take your tight end in the fourth or fifth round and still get decent value.
Maybe nobody went to his birthday party.
Bo Callahan.
Son of a...
So Tommy goes C plus. I'll go B minus. Boys, letter grade.
I'll tell you next year.
Okay, Damien.
I'll stay safe and go with a C. Not crazy about the first round, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not a draft head at all.
Yeah.
I think this is kind of overrated. So to say that I know something about Christian Winters or whoever the fuck's from Georgia, I just feel like we pick Georgia players every single year. That might be on. You think like Mickey Loomis has like his buddies that may do a off-brand podcast, and like, man, I'm gonna pick somebody from Georgia this year, guaranteed.
I think Mickey Loomis isn't a draft guy either. Because I feel like that's his. He got Georgia, he's got Ohio State, and he's just like, okay, who's the best guy available from Ohio State on Mel Kiper's draft board? Give me him.
He used to be a little draft guy.
Why does he not have his neck brace? McAfee's making the Colts pick.
He already made one earlier.
Stay true to the gimmick.
He did a show with it on for a couple days.
He's doing a shoot promo right here.
I'm a Blake Monroe fan too.
Okay, so again, really, really quick, New Orleans Saints. What is going to be the rest of the draft? Where are some positions that they're going to look to stock up some depth? Are they going to pick offensive line? Are they going to pick maybe in the secondary? Like, what are some areas they're going to pinpoint either tomorrow or, whatever it may be in the 4th through 7th rounds?
They definitely need a cornerback, and they need some interior line. Their whole line was hurt last year, but I think they need depth at offensive line. I wouldn't be shocked if they probably don't need a running back. Probably offensive line and cornerbacks, because they better not draft a linebacker, because they have a chance to trot out 3 white linebackers next year, and I am ecstatic.
Yeah, we're excited about that idea and that prospect.
Cerebral. That's all you need is your linebackers. Cerebral.
Okay, fair enough.
Tommy's wiggling, messed up our
real lunch pail guys.
So that'll wrap up our discussion on the NFL draft. We've got some different things that we can maybe be talking about, and when we get to, if we do a mailbag segment or whatever it may be, and if anything crazy happens, if Nuss comes up. Well, actually, as I say that, AJ Halsey just came off the board. He was McAfee's selection for the Indianapolis Colts. So Halsey is the second.
Sorry.
Oh, we good. Halsey is the second LSU player off the board, and he is going to the Colts.
You know what's the best thing about the draft?
What's that?
You got a strike from ESPN again.
It's the best thing. That's it.
Is that your boy on Fox?
It's Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly. Yeah.
This is what kind of made his name. What happened?
Time. Freaking Tommy broke the TV.
My TV might have finally bit the freaking.
No, it's just blinking. Something happened. I think it was unplugged in the back.
You're doing some AI mailbag today?
Oh, AI mailbag was lit last time. We could maybe pull that out.
Turn it on, Tom. We have a ton of crap today.
Let's go NBA playoffs. We are seeing some things happen. The Lakers are very close to going ahead 3-0 against the Houston Rockets, which no one saw coming because the Lakers are without Luka Doncic. They're without Austin Reeves. Well, I say they're about to go ahead 3-1. The Rockets have come storming back. It's a 4-point game with 9 minutes to go in a must-win game for Houston. Like, you can't go behind 3-0. Kevin Durant randomly not playing. He didn't play game 1, came back game 2, is not playing again tonight. So the Rockets have some injury issues as well. Here on our script, it says, who looks like a legit title team and who's a fraud? So I'm going to ask you guys that same question. I'll answer it first. Legit title team. Oklahoma City Thunder is going to win the playoffs. We don't have to talk about this even anymore. The Thunder are going to win the championship for the second straight season. But in terms of title contenders who look like a fraud, the Detroit Pistons, the 1 seed in the East, might not even beat Orlando. They look like a fraud. I guess you could throw Houston into that, considering that they're struggling with the Lakers with Luka and Austin Reeves not even in the lineup. I give the Spurs a little bit of a pass because Wemby's out in concussion protocol, but they've been struggling. And how about the Knicks, man? CJ McCollum is like dominating them right now, and they got a 2-1 lead there. So those are some of the teams that I would pick on as a fraud, but there's only one team that's going to win the championship, and it's barring an injury to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the Thunder are going to win the NBA championship again.
They don't actually play; they just shoot free throws, so
right.
they'll be perfectly fine health wise. But yeah, that is the team that's just has blown away everybody from the pack. Haven't watched too much of NBA, but I know probably my most watched series has been the Celtics and the 76ers. I love me some VJ Edgecombe. I should have wore my jersey tonight. It was on the agenda for me to put on. I think he had 30 or
say he
45
ate in
game two. That's just a fun series because it's got a bunch of guys that actually look like they're having fun playing basketball. Excuse me. And the one other guy that was having fun playing basketball, I got a concussion and he's done. But the Spurs were like right out to just destroy everybody in that series and not happen anymore.
Y'all, you know what's crazy? Is there anybody that has worse luck than Joel Embiid? Joel Embiid has had all sorts of knee issues. Then he had that little run where they had Harden on the team, and that's when he had a fracture in his face. He had wore that mask, missed some time. This year, they got Paul George, and it's like, okay, well, the Sixers are going to be okay. Embiid misses a lot of the season, so they're a lower seed. But it's like, okay, let's go. We got Embiid. His knee's healthy. We did everything right during the year. Has a fucking appendectomy right before the playoffs, so he has not played in any of the games because he has his appendix taken out. And watching this series, seeing how these games have gone, if Embiid would be out there, they would be giving him grief right now. They're down 2-1. They'd probably be up 2-1. Does anybody have worse luck than Joel Embiid, man? Like, the dude just can't catch a break.
Sometimes you bring that on yourself.
Maybe Brandon Roy.
Yeah.
The only guy that had. Or, what's his name? Sam Bowie. That's the only two.
Sam Bowie.
It's the only two that come to mind. I have watched a combined total of possibly 6 minutes of the NBA playoffs. I'm so over the NBA. To answer the topics, OKC's going to run away with it. I hate every single person on that team with the exception of Chet Holmgren. I cannot stand Shy. I hate everything he's about. He flops. It's just he's Canadian. I hate that both the Jaden Williams kids. I don't like it. I was shocked that Boston was still actually that good without Tatum. They got him back. The Knicks choking is just making me so happy. I hate everything about New York as well. I'm probably going to be doing a BCB TV segment on their owner, and apparently he uses face scanning, and every lawyer who's filed a lawsuit against him, he doesn't let him in the Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
And it's gotten worse, so keep your eyes on that. But
you don't like this guy? That's incredible.
I'd probably sue him, so I wouldn't be able to. But no, I love the Knicks getting, I think they're pretenders. I do think I don't know, Houston, you thought they would turn the corner. They're not. Yeah, I think they're frauds, but I guess it's going to be the Celtics and OKC again, and OKC is going to run away with it.
How depressing is it? But the most entertaining series so far has been the Knicks and the Hawks. How depressing is it seeing Josh Hart, Alvarado, Jason Daniels, Alexander Walker, McCollum, Buddy Hield, all in the same series, playing high-level playoff basketball? Buddy Hield's not playing, but he's on the Hawks roster. McCollum's playing high-level basketball. Dyson Daniels is locking up dudes. Josh Hart is playing well. He didn't play well last night, but he's having a good series. Like, these are all dudes that are winning players, and they were all in the same place at one time. Why were they not winning in that certain situation that they were in at one time, but they're winning everywhere else that they've been?
The only one that really aggravates me is Dyson Daniels. It's because we took him so high, and everybody's like, what the hell? And it was like noted, hey, he was going to be a defensive specialist and not really supposed to score. And then he just goes ape shit in Atlanta. It's like, where was this the entire time you were here? I mean, is it just that indication of how terrible our franchise is?
And he's still just 23, bro.
That's the one that pisses me off, because that was our lottery pick. He was supposed to be our point guard. And then, yeah.
Got some updated odds on the finals winner. OKC minus 130. Everybody else is in the plus.
To have minus odds this early is ridiculous.
Boston plus 500. The Spurs still there, plus 650. Cavs plus 1,300. Where's your Rockets? Plus 50,000.
Where's the Nuggets?
The Nugs, they're not going to beat. They're not going to beat Minnesota.
Plus 2,200.
The Nuggets are on a 12-game win streak, Casey. I don't know if, well, except for the playoff loss.
I was about to say, dude,
lost
I watched. They got blown out last night.
Leading into the playoffs, they're on a 12-game win streak.
You know what the worst part about all that is the Thunder have top 3 odds in the draft somehow, still, from one of their trades from like 4 years ago. So they could end up with,
for the love of God,
Caleb,
the NBA
if
can't
they
let
get
that
Caleb
happen.
Wilson, I'm going to cry. They're going to end up with Peterson, Caleb Wilson, or God forbid, DeBonsta to add to that squad they have.
We're going to find out if the lottery is actually rigged, because if they win the lottery, it's not rigged. The NBA does not want them to get one of those guys.
There's like more than 5% chance of that.
Ugh, that's terrible.
Do we have a solution for tanking? I feel like that's been a big podcast topic of conversation.
Make the teams play in New Orleans for a year.
Did you see the whole theory about the beer prices?
That was great. I did.
So you start the season at X price, and as you win games, it goes down. As you lose games, it goes up.
Yeah, so the Thunder would be having like dollar beers right now.
Trying to drive away fans if
the team loses, yeah.
You're losing, nobody will go.
And you don't make money.
Correct.
I saw Adam Silver wants to give the best odds in the lottery to the teams with the 5th through 8th worst records. So you would have no incentive to be the 1 through 4th worst teams. But, I mean, that still doesn't work. Once you are locked into that 5th through 8th, you're still going to lose on purpose. Like, they're going to manipulate any system that you come up with.
I think they need to demote 2 teams a year. Like
that is
relegation.
One of the other things I heard was anybody that did not make the playoffs goes into like some type of tournament. But then they were saying, well, people are going to tank to get in the tournament to win it, and then just like blow everybody out if you're on that 10 or whatever, 12 now, I guess.
But think about that, though. Wouldn't that be better? Like right now, off the top of my head, that would be like the Charlotte Hornets and teams like the other teams, like maybe even the Hawks or Portland, teams that are a couple players away that would be doing that. That'd be tanking to get into that tournament to try to win. To me, that's more exciting than the same 2 or 3 teams that are fucking terrible every single year getting and wasting those picks over and over and over again. So, I don't know.
Some of those games would have to be really good, like playoff level type of games. I mean, obviously not as good teams, but still the competitiveness of it would be awesome to see.
It all comes down to this, y'all. They're not going to take the season seriously as long as it's 82 games, because it's way too many.
Yep.
They're not going to take the season seriously as long as there's 10 teams in each conference who make the playoffs with that play-in tournament. That's 20 out of 30 teams in your league that are getting in. So, like, for instance, as bad as the Pelicans were this year, they were 11th in the West. They were the last team to not get into the play-in tournament, and they didn't even do anything all year long. So the fact that you could have a rotten season and still almost get in, if you're a team that has some veterans, that your vets don't care. They know they could play 50 games, the bare minimum, and you could get into the playoffs, try in the playoffs and make a push. The season's just way too long.
And they're never going to shorten it.
No, because that's less money. So I don't know that there is a solution. I really don't.
Could you imagine the Pelicans roster with 8 more games? You'd have to bring Muggsy Bogues out of retirement.
What are we going to do there with the Pelicans for the head coaching situation? Okay, so Dumars has come out and let's talk about that for a second. They've eliminated all sorts of positions and they're restructuring and they got rid of the equipment manager and everybody's pissed off. And there's a lot of conjecture on social media, and I'm one of the ones stirring the pot because I think this is what's happening. I don't think they're restructuring. I think they're cutting positions. I genuinely believe that they are just David Griffin got Mrs. Benson to invest in some analytics in some different departments, and I think now they're just slashing all those positions, and they're not going to replace them. They get rid of the equipment manager. They get rid of some other things that are making people angry and upset. The head coaching position, they are doing a search, but they also say that the interim coach is a candidate. I think they're down to the interim coach Borrego and probably Darwin Ham at this point. Where are we on what's going on there in New Orleans? Am I on to something that they're just cutting corners and that's all they're doing right now? Am I wrong? What's going on there in this offseason?
First, I couldn't care less about the Pelicans anymore. Secondly, I would agree with you. I think that they're just going to an old school approach because Dumars is an old school dude. He doesn't care anything about analytics. And I made a joke about the equipment manager and all that. He was like the longest tenured employee of the whole team.
Who was he pissing off?
Who?
The equipment manager.
Oh, like former. That's what I'm coming to. Is I was stirring the pot a little bit, but now I'm actually happy they fired the equipment manager because 2 of the most pissed off people are Chris Paul and David West, and I cannot stand. David West is the most hated Pelican / Hornet in my entire life. So
is he? I thought he was beloved.
Oh, I hate him.
Oh yeah, say for you. I was about to say
David West. Oh yeah, I hated David West. He had to scream "and one" after every single shot, even though he never got fouled. The shit gets old. But yeah, I think they're just. I mean, look, Gail Benson has no idea how to run a franchise. Her whole shtick is growing old. It's growing tired. I'm thankful she kept the teams in New Orleans, but at this point, I let them move. But I'm for Borrego. With that said, I'm for Borrego.
Let the Pelicans.
Yeah, let the Pelicans move.
Not the Saints.
No, the Saints cannot. That would just be economically horrible, and then we'd probably get some godforsaken baseball or hockey team, and sports would just be dead here.
It's dead already.
Dead-er, like in the ground.
So we're getting a team, I think, in Seattle and Vegas. Could New Orleans just go to Seattle?
I thought that Bird was dead because they're expanding.
Yeah, you're right.
I think they said they're going to do 34 teams now and do
great. That's what we need.
As long as they put us back in the East, finally make things right. Maybe we see a shift. But
yeah, it's going to be more embarrassing when we're missing the playoffs in the East.
That is true.
Did you get that TV working so we could actually see if somebody's participating in the chat?
This?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to get that working?
Press the same power button until the menu comes up and press it till it gets down to 1.
I love that we're having this fight with this television today.
If I can move, there you go.
Let's see. Hey, Benjamin Case in the house. What's up, Ben?
Look, Keghead.
Keghead.
No more head.
Yeah.
Nick, if Keg were DJing right now, what would you be doing?
I'd probably be fucking with his stuff, honestly.
Tinkering with his equipment.
DJ Beer.
Hooking up some Pedro games.
Why you played that? Why you didn't play Year 5?
Justin, why are you playing that song?
Dude, that guy, I've never seen a dude more pissed than that. Why you didn't play Year 5? I genuinely thought you were going to get in a fight with that dude. The Rockets now have a 1-point lead over the Lakers, 92-91 with 5 minutes to go. They need it. They have to have it. Would be a huge win for them. Sengun has 21 points, 12 rebounds. Damian's boy. Jabari Smith, 24 points. Amin Thompson, 25 points. LeBron playing well, 24 points. Hey, look, I'm a LeBron hater. I'll sign the name on the dotted line any day of the week. But the fact that this dude is playing well in the playoffs at age 41, that's unbelievable, man. Got to give the devil his due. He's up 2-0 on Houston. He's playing well. He's still very efficient. He's averaging double-digit assists per game.
His plus-minus is -5.
Is it? I don't care. He's 41 years old, bro. Like, it's ridiculous what this man is able to still be doing right now. And I only say that because I like him now because he saw him play golf with Bob and Joey Colcuts.
I mean, the dude's legit. He always has been. I'm just an absolute hater when it comes to LeBron. But I mean, he's legit doing it at this age and at the level that he's doing it at. I don't know if that's ever been done. The longevity that he's had now, losing in the finals as many times as he has, keeps him out of the running for the GOAT. But to get there is definitely an accomplishment.
All right, really quick. If the Warriors move on from Steve Kerr, or if Steve Kerr moves on from the Warriors, which is widely rumored that Kerr is negotiating with media companies right now, there's some whispers that some of the big college guys, your boy at Florida, although he kind of said, I'm staying at Florida, but there's also some rumors that some of the other big college guys, maybe your boy Oates at Alabama and some of the others, what type of name would that Warriors job attract? Because look, here's the elephant in the room. I don't think that's a good job anymore. Curry's like 50. You got to deal with the corpse of Draymond Green. Like, I don't think that's that great of a job anymore. And I think that whoever takes that job is going to just kind of be set up to fail. You got an old Stephen Curry. Draymond's going to be bitching and yelling and screaming and being a headache. He doesn't produce on the floor anymore. I don't think that's an elite job anymore.
No, you got a very, very aged roster, and you're going to have to bring in somebody that's not afraid to come and shake things up. And, of course, the guy that's like number one on everybody's list is Darvin Ham. I don't know if that's the guy that you really, really want. Billy Donovan, no longer in Chicago. Where is he going to end up?
I think he's going to the Magic. I think that's the best-kept secret is that if Orlando loses to Detroit, they're going to fire their guy, and Donovan's going to go there.
I'm a Donovan guy.
Tommy, your Bucks are making their pick right now. I'm going to give you the chance to call your shot. Who they get?
Hopefully Jennings Dunker, this huge mammoth offensive lineman from Iowa with a mullet and a mustache that would feed families. Or Gerard McCoy.
Damien says hopefully Nussmeier finally get him a real quarterback in that building.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Hey, to burn some time right here, Domino's introduced a pizza sauce that you dip your pizza into. How are we feeling about
Dipping
that?
sauce, huh?
Yeah, so it's called pizza
Pizza
sauce.
sauce that we dip, or I thought pizzas had sauce.
Well, no,
Extra
Papa
sauce.
John's has always had it. Domino's just stole their gimmick.
So I could tell you guys this, and it's a little unrelated to the topic. I gave Pizza Hut down the Bayou a try a couple weeks ago.
Terrible.
No, good, real good. The first time I had it, it was terrible.
Wait, Pizza Hut's been open for how long? You just tried it?
No. I had written it off because it wasn't good. But then I tried it again, and it was
Ted Hurst.
Oh, Ted.
Ted.
from
Hey,
Georgia State.
Hey, he was rumored on some of the Saints thing. He's like 6'5".
Well, of
They
course
just
he is.
lost.
It's a fucking D3.
They just lost Mike Evans. Oh, sorry, 6'3", 7, 8.5 in shoes.
Is that UL that he's tearing? That's South Alabama.
Very likely. Very likely.
Is that what is next on the Saints board? Just small college guy?
Yes.
Oh, I hope so.
They got their fix with Georgia, and then now it's... So Ted Hurst was rated the 70th overall guy on Kuiper's board, and they got him at pick 84. So there you go, Budo. That's finding a little value.
Give my boy Baker more weapons and let him thrive.
Can you really be that good with a first name of Ted, aside from DiBiase?
Let me go see his full name. I'm sure it's like
Theodore?
Thaddeus.
Why would you assume that?
I mean, it's Ted for short. Just call me Ted for short. Oh, his name is really Ted. Ted Morris Hurst the third.
And Ted Lasso
like
is a
he
great guy named
Sounds
Ted.
like he would have went to Cornell
Or Bayside.
or Stansbury.
Well, your boy died last week.
All cool.
Jeff.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
They tried to play it off like he was from Days of Our Lives. Like, what?
No.
He was in something else?
Diet lips.
Tommy, all right, let's see. How many episodes did he appear on?
Jeff?
I know the answer to this. It's not as many as you would think.
3.
I'm going to say, yeah, it's
Man,
3,
it's
4.
3.
Yeah.
I would have thought, I felt like he was there for like a whole season.
All right, what were they?
Was that?
What were they episodes?
Oh, I don't know.
The prom?
The actual names?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
the
what
name.
was happening?
The prom?
The prom?
Who's there? The prom. Now, is that the one?
The attic?
The prominent in the attic, and then
The first time
when he came into the
he was the manager at the Max, right?
no,
He wasn't the boss at the Max or Kelly. Oh, the attic. He was the boss at the attic.
Attic.
Yeah. Okay.
then he came into the restaurant, and that's when everybody found out.
Yeah.
and that was
No, he was the manager.
at the Max.
He was the hunky manager of the kids hang out at the Max.
So yeah. Y'all don't fuck with me with my Saved by the Bell stuff, bro.
We'd make a pretty good Saved by the Bell trivia team. Us.
I want to see what episodes he was in.
He was Kelly's boss at the Max, making her work late, and then they kissed.
He was
Zach
in
pissed.
Good Morning, Ms. Bliss, too.
Masterclass.
No,
It was Jiff. Fake IDs.
That's the attic.
The Last Dance.
that's the prom.
That's
listen.
tell me how am I supposed to live without you?
Dude, all-time banger.
God.
Banger. Jesse and the Rippers. Not Jesse and Rippers.
Zach and the
Zach Attack had some freaking bangers.
And he
Yeah, they
wasn't
did.
even there. I thought we'd last forever, Kelly. I mean, that's
we'd always be together.
Oh, and you know what's the other one? The Zach Attack when they sabotaged him with the lemonade. And I'll
Yes.
pee poo. I'll pee. Oh my God.
That's got to be a hard thing. Like when you play a role like that, and then like for the rest of your life, you're just a heel, even though he's probably like was a really good dude. But people our age hated him just because he broke up Zach and
This
Kelly.
was the heel Zach Attack song.
Oh, give me a school.
They were done with Zach at this point.
Yes.
They were done.
Yes. The body language is great. Yes.
Hot Sunday was it's a really good one too.
All right. Quick say about trivia. The manager that gets in Zach's ear and makes him turn heel. What was her name?
Wait, say it again?
Oh, the manager when he was the Zach Attack.
Yeah.
Oh,
The woman manager. I don't know the answer.
is it Rebecca?
I don't know the answer to that.
Or is Rebecca the teenage girl he falls in love with in Team Line? This is Nitro.
It's definitely not Diamond Jim.
I should have.
Jim Diamond.
No.
How dare you?
Why do we not have this played at a wedding? I know it's a
Oh,
breakup
shit.
song, but it's still a freaking banger.
How did I not play this at my wedding?
That's what I said. Our.
Oh.
Like we got married.
Look
Whoa.
at that incredible lip syncing that's going on.
Oh my God, this is so bad.
Absolutely beautiful. Let's move on to some boxing. We got Bayou Brawling. That was last weekend. Whew. A lot to unpack there. Where we had Zane Marks and Gareth Payton. Zane loses via DQ. I didn't think it would.
Wait, were we going Friday night or Saturday night?
Yeah, let's go Friday night first. Then we'll build up to Saturday. So let's go Friday night. Our guy Freezer Burnt gets a draw. All I saw was the clips of that. I saw a little bit of the gal from Lockport.
Excuse me, Big Mama.
Yeah. I saw her.
She got robbed, by the way.
Big Mama Casey is in your man's DMs, by the way. Come after
I
him.
saw her fight. She couldn't do me anything.
Whoa.
Andy Kaufman style right there.
Was her name Mindy Wallace?
You're over there Googling it.
I'm not trying to play it off. I'm just genuinely now you got me.
Yeah, I don't know the answer. It may well be.
I could tell you, I did watch the entire thing. A little lengthy, but worth it. The infamous Harry Sheremy from Gaines, probably the most impressive guy of the night. He was
course.
announced as the infamous Harry Sheremy from Gaines, the only man
No
to
mouthpiece.
not have to wear a mouthpiece because he has no top teeth.
Come again.
Good facts. You would have appreciated the drip he had on too, by the way.
Stacy.
Stacy. Okay.
Who?
They were throwing hands for sure in that match.
The infamous Harry Sheremy.
So-
Think he got a knockout or knocked down?
Oh, the guy with no teeth?
Yeah.
I saw that what's your boy Bryce that came on the show. His introduction. Like, don't need to wear a mouthpiece because he ain't got no top teeth.
So that's a real like you don't have to wear a mouthpiece if you don't have teeth. I mean, I guess it makes
Nothing's
sense.
gonna fall out.
Yeah.
Your gums aren't gonna fall out.
Not aware of the rules. That's how it was announced.
What was the crowd like for that Friday night? Pretty big.
It was bigger than Saturday.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go. Is
Look, when our guy Freezer Burn got in, they had the entire town of Lockport in the back section. They were just chanting and going to town. I don't quite understand. So look, first off, best he's ever looked. You could tell he's doing something. He had a knockdown in the first round, which they didn't believe. And then the guy C-Red, I don't quite get his gimmick. He wrestles in a mask. I'm not wrestle, I'm sorry. He does whatever they do, he does that in a mask.
So what's the story on this guy? I watched the whole Mayo Red Beans thing.
I'm sorry.
I don't watch anything else, so I don't know the C Red story.
I don't know it either, but that's the main event to the next one as well.
I've heard of the "Am I Live" or whatever guy.
He's the guy on the couch. He lives with. Yeah, I'm live.
Oh, really?
I'm just made that up. Haven't I?
So what do we need to do to get you to call out Hold the Mayo?
Me? It's not worth it.
not worth it.
We talking about to like fight in one of those things?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm okay.
What do you mean?
I'm good.
You think he could kick your ass, that's why.
Oh, here
Yes.
we go.
Yes, that's where I'm sensing is happening here.
I mean,
I'm
before
wise enough in my old age to not start a social media fight with that dude and his followers.
you know, how many
before the
people-
camera started rolling, you were talking a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Do you know how many clients or possible clients are in that realm of life?
I have people from when I used to sponsor Hold 'em Head that hire me.
No, I'm
You
talking about
used
the
to
Bayou
sponsor?
Brawling.
Oh, to Bayou Brawling, dude, I'm too old for that shit.
What's your record?
And I don't know. In amateur fights, I'm 1-1.
Who you lost to? I know who you beat. Who you lost
The
to?
dude who won the whole thing, that was a legit boxer and did not wear shin pads because he's like, I don't need legs. I'm picturing he was Russian. Probably not.
Okay.
Big Russian
The other guy
population.
you fought was an actual professional fighter too, huh?
Was he?
Jimmy
I think
Parade.
so.
I don't know.
And Tommy beat the fuck out of him,
Wasn't it Rory? Royce?
Rory.
Rory? Yeah, come on. That's not a
I've seen
professional
him fight
fighter.
in
Yeah, he's fought.
Well, I know.
has.
Yeah, I know he is a professional fighter, but come on. That's
I mean, I don't even know like what weight class. All I know is, so I know about Bayou Brawling because of Freezer Burn, obviously.
Mhm.
Huge fan. But that, what's his name? Like Hillman or Thilman, the something?
Silverback.
Yes.
Brian Pillman.
That motherfucker?
Yeah, you know, that's the guy that got bear maced.
Yeah, but that dude would kill people and people fight him. Like, I ain't fucking with that dude. Like, how do you have weight classes? Like, you got to be similarly
bro.
statured? Yeah, well, I
You
ain't.
could just pick and choose your little fights.
about
What's
to
the
say, 'cause
requirements? Like, can you be too overqualified to be in?
As long as you're not a professional.
Can you
I
be
think.
too old?
So you could be an amateur boxer.
The dude that Freezer Burn fought in his first fight was
Yeah,
overqualified.
that guy was-
The dude was a pro boxer and just beat the fuck out of everybody.
You got a couple guys in there that have fought in the amateurs before. I know one of them, Kevin.
So it's like,
Kevin got knockout out of
So-
or fighted him, like Kevin Boveland from Golden Medal. He's
We-
fought a couple amateur
Did
fights.
you make a phone call to a certain individual who we talked about Saturday night? That would be
let's not go
Bayou Brawling viral.
We're gonna save that.
So you could pull some some AAU basketball type stuff and hide your records and just get into this contest. And what do you win?
Money.
So, like, is there a prize for whoever does like the best
So
stuff?
what they do is, and they keep it where they could keep their amateur status because the Lord knows all these guys are going professional, and I'm not getting in there, so fuck off. They give a performance bonus.
All right.
So fight of the night gets whatever, knockout of the night gets whatever,
Performance of the night.
and whatever you sell, you get a percentage of those tickets.
So let me ask you a
Like
question.
Freezer Burn probably made some money.
Like, serious question, and this is not meant to poo-poo on anybody. In today's day and age where college athletes are getting millions of dollars, is there even such a thing as an amateur boxer anymore?
Yeah, in professional boxing, yes, there is.
Okay, so boxing still does have those old school, if you're getting paid, you are a professional rules.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
But somebody like Big Mama, she mentioned on Facebook, and again, I'm not down on anybody. Like, she works in the kitchen somewhere. That lady probably made more money that night than she does in a month
Yeah, sure.
working cooking or whatever she does. And
I
lady
would,
probably had a blast.
I would venture to say that those kind of events appeal to more people than the sanctioned. There's a more general, I think boxing, well, maybe I'm at the wrong presence to say this. I think boxing's lost its luster over the couple years, and by no means am I a UFC fan, but if you're telling me, hey, we're going to go get up 30 random people from down the bayou and we're going to bring them to Grand Isle and fight at Artie's, I'm going to watch that, hands down.
And look, you're not wrong in that assessment, but it's it's terrible for the sport that more people want to watch Jake Paul than they want to watch Canelo Alvarez, that more people want to watch Freezer Burn and them than they do Zane Marks. That's terrible for the sport. But again, you're not wrong. You're not wrong that's where the eyeballs are going.
I think it has a lot to do with like the professional boxers are in a gym working, like they might not be from around here. These guys are all local.
Yeah,
it's
dudes
like,
you work with.
oh, my buddy from Gaines is fighting. He's selling tickets. Let's all go to see him fight. He brings 40 people. The guy he's going against brings another 40, 50 people. And then everybody on the court is bringing a group. And if you're on the court and you're not selling any tickets, you're probably not going to be used again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just that is filling the house because I want to go see my buddy fight.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Freezer Burn did, to y'all's point, he did look much better than he did the first time he got in the ring. So he's working. He is doing some training. He's trying to better himself for that. Hey, man, more power to you, man. He's going to have more opportunities for sure because he sells tickets. That's the end all be all. You get pissed off about it if you want. He sells tickets.
Where's Freezer Burnt working out at? What gym?
I don't know if that's public knowledge.
I keep my sources close to the
Oh.
vest.
There was a guy that won his fight wearing khakis.
What happened with all the that fight that everybody's just throwing their drinks in the air? And that was like the big thing of the night.
I don't remember. I don't remember what fight that was.
It was just two big guys. I remember one dude quit and the crowd went nuts.
I don't know. But what Tommy said earlier about that bear mace guy, oh my God. That should be his name first off.
He got bear mace
Bear
in
mace?
the ring?
No.
No, yeah.
Oh.
The referee got scared. He bear mace.
I'd fucking be scared.
From our two-man show last, what was that? Sunday?
Yeah.
Friday?
I
That
think
was before the fight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was
Friday.
before the fight. Yeah, yeah.
Thursday.
I did get one text on Sunday saying, hey, did the bear mace guy win? So somebody's listening to at least the beginning of our podcast.
So now let's talk about Saturday, where, look, Saturday's card was backloaded. And the fight of the most local interest was Zane Marks. And I was not there. I know and saw what happened at the end. I heard Garrett Payton's side of the story on a Facebook comment that, hey, he was about to knock the dude out and, why would he want out of the ring and whatever, but he was winning. And I did see on BoxRec one scorecard was posted. He was winning by a point. And I think that was actually Justin Verdon's card that was posted. Damian and Nick, y'all were there. So, well, first and foremost, I'll give you my thought. I don't think that what happened there warrants a disqualification without any sort of warning or whatever. If it was like the fifth or sixth time that something like that happened, hey, sure, that's cool. But we saw Jake Paul fight your boy, who was the guy that knocked him out?
Anthony Joshua?
Joshua, yeah. And Jake Paul was like wrestling, taking down the guy. Like he was grappling with him at times. Didn't ever get disqualified or anything like that. It looked like there was maybe a little bit of contact to the back of the head. I don't think it was malicious. I think it was in the process of a clinch. Don't think it warranted a DQ. But then again, I'm not the boxing guy. Y'all are. So what happened there? Talk us through it. Who was winning? Who was going to win? All that good stuff. What was the scene there in the final seconds of Zane and Garrett Payton and the controversy that ensued at the end of that fight?
So let me set the scene here. Earlier in the night, you had a slam down takedown that rivaled what Roddy Piper did to Mr. T in WrestleMania 2. That did not warrant a DQ. That did not warrant a point deduction. That did not warrant anything. And it was the same official. You want to go look it up? I'm not mentioning him by name, but he has one eye.
One eye in his name, or
Take it how you want.
One good eye, the referee.
So look, let me give some shout outs before we get to the main event. The first bout of the night, Jalen Green, Darian Williams, believe they're from the same gym. Mr. Williams took a knee at 110 and then just walked out the ring. Oh, Delvin McKinley, they call him Gator from New Orleans. He is phenomenal. This guy, I'm surprised when I looked at it. We talked about him a couple of shows ago. He's a guy that's going to be fighting on a national level that has won on the national level. He looked tremendous. Got his guy out of there pretty quick.
I think he was the most impressive guy on the card.
Yeah, I agree. So, St. Mark's making his way up from middleweight to the heavyweight ranks, fighting true heavyweight Garrett Payton. And Nick, you could correct me if I'm wrong. I think Zane zapped him with the first punch of the night, kind of established, hey, look, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Odd that there was a knockdown in the fight, and he was credited with a knockdown from a punch in the back of the head. And that had nobody did anything about it, right? Just counted him down, got up, finished the round strong. Zane told us in the back, maybe in the second round, he hit Payton with a body shot and kind of knew where this fight was headed. I mean, if you saw the video, if not, check it out on our Facebook. But I didn't think it was a hit behind the head. Mr. Payton decided to take a knee, then roll on his back. And then his entourage decided to cause some trouble. So they escorted us out to the back in the locker room. I got my shit in on the way out. And then they told us, hey, don't leave. Don't let anybody in here. Don't let anybody out. All right. So about 10 minutes later, they came back. So y'all going to be here for about 30 minutes. We have multiple threats of gun violence.
Ooh.
I was like,
Lovely.
okay, this is how this night's going to go. Never thought, hey, you back in boxing, bro. Get ready to be escorted out by how many police escorted us to the car? Like, it's ridiculous. I think it was a ridiculous outburst by his fans for a fight that he won. Thinking back, fight goes another round, we knock him out. I don't know if we're getting out of there. Something has to be done about that. I don't know what it is, but something has to be done about that. Luckily, we got an attorney that's working us on some things, so the verdict will be contested and probably overturned. So that's how that fight went. Look, Peyton could fight. He was there to fight. He was in tremendous shape. He's just not ready for a guy like Zane.
Peyton wasn't very active. Like, Zane was initiating all the action every time. Zane would come in, basically do the same thing. I was hoping he would switch it up and try to fight at angles and not just come in with the same combination every single time. But in the first round, Zane landed some shots. And I think Garrett Peyton felt his power, but to his credit, he was cool and collected the whole entire time. Never looked hurt, never looked like flustered or anything. Second round, Peyton landed a shot to the back of Zane's head. And like, Zane threw a punch, missed, and his head was kind of exposed, and Peyton hit him, back the head, dropped him. Bruce McDaniel counts it as a regular knockdown. Okay. That's kind of messed up, but I mean, it is what it is. So I think Peyton, I don't know. I saw Justin's score was 19-18. So there was, I'm not sure how he got to that.
Probably
it's a 10-point must system in Louisiana.
Probably 10-8
Wow.
and then 10-9. So Zane won one round 10-9. The other guy won one round 10-8.
Okay, so I watched the fight the next day. That third round, Garrett Peyton, I don't know if he threw a punch. Like, Zane was attacking, Zane was landing a few shots, and Garrett Peyton wasn't punching back. And then they had that little tie up in the corner where Zane threw a left hook, Peyton went down, and Zane grazed the back of his head with not even his forearm, just the inside of his arm right here, which happens in pretty much every fight. That's not something that stops a fight. If you're a heavyweight, I mean, I know Zane can punch, but damn it, Zane's not going to knock you out with the inside of his arm. So Peyton goes down, rolls around, sits on a stool, and I fully believe he wanted out that fight. That he was gassed, wasn't in shape, and couldn't go anymore.
And there were two different altercations there in the fight where the fight should have been broken up. Zane had his back to him one time, and then Garrett Peyton decided, well, first off, the referee, Bruce McDaniel, decided not to break the action, and Zane got hit from behind, which was weird.
And we have clips of all this.
Yeah.
We're not making this up. If you want the clip, let me know. I'll send it to you.
Now, look, I thought I knew the worst referee named Bruce, and apparently I didn't. But there was, obviously the call at the end, and then there were two. I don't remember what the other one was. Maybe Zane was in, like, Garrett had pushed him in the ropes and still like going off on him. But look, Zane took some shots, and we talked after the fight. He said, all right, honest opinion, should I hang it up? Should I keep going? I said, bro, if you get down a cruiserweight, I think you could do some damage because he's a little bit too big right now. And the guy can still fight. He's still got in him. And he's got a really good trainer, Josh Reiner. We got a chance to know him Saturday. Real cool guy. Doesn't take much shit, which is exactly what Zane needs. A lot of things in the works, but we got to get this decision overturned because it's complete and utter bullshit.
So, it would just be like a no contest?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. Because obviously you couldn't overturn it to like a win
No.
if you don't know what happens. It would just be like it never happened.
Correct.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Okay, we all kind of expressed our thoughts, and I don't think it should have been a DQ. You guys don't think it should have been a DQ. There's some things in the works to try to get that overturned. In terms of, you kind of touched on it a second ago, and we were wondering this when we had Zane on and when we did the two-man show last week. Is there still some juice left in the orange? So I'm going to ask you the question. Is there still some juice left in the orange?
Yeah, I wasn't lying to him when I talked to him. He's still got power. Obviously he could take a punch. He took a punch from a 230-pound heavyweight, so odds tell me that he could take a punch from a 200-pound cruiserweight. Do I think he's got a long-term career left? No, but he's still got a couple fights left in him if he's taking it serious and if he sticks with the training. And something I didn't think would be asked. Hey, look, I need you to take care of me in my career.
Hey,
That was the conversation afterwards. He said nothing's gonna go if you good with it. Nothing's gonna go on without you telling me it's good. So he's gonna be taken care of. He's not gonna be thrown in. But gonna be working with Devin, the promoter, and Chase, the
Trainer.
owner of New Orleans Boxing Club.
how cool is that, man? Like it all comes full circle. That's really cool. Okay, so now you mentioned he's got to probably go down to cruiserweight, lose, 10, 15 pounds, whatever it may be. One of the notes here in the little sheet is, would these guys go back at one another? I know it all ended on pretty bad terms and, entourage is getting involved and people getting escorted out of buildings. Is there any world that we see these two gentlemen in the ring against one another again?
Well, I think they were okay. I don't think there was any animosity towards the two fighters. There's a lot of respect in boxing.
Peyton came into the locker room afterwards, and they hugged it out and took pictures.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that. I was sneaking out trying to watch everybody get dragged out of there.
I was expecting to get fucking slapped by that dude for what I was telling him when he was sitting on that stool.
Okay, Mr. Boxing Promoter. Your boy Peyton is 231. We're trying to get Zane around the 200 mark. So maybe would he price himself out of fighting that guy again if he gets in a little better shape?
If he goes down to cruiserweight, Peyton's not making cruiserweight.
Yeah.
He's a full-fledged heavyweight. And you could see that. I mean, he's all a 6'2", 6'3". He's a full-fledged guy. But with the crazy ending, does that entice the rematch? I don't think so. I could tell you, being in a management position now, he probably needs it more than what we do. So the money would have to be really good. And then for us to go back into a situation like that, we're going to need some beefed up security, because I'm not risking my 42-year-old ass to be around that type of environment by some, man, I have so many terms that I want to use that I'm not. Just those type of people are ridiculous, right?
I am smiling like the Grinch because I've been friends with y'all for a long time, but I missed that whole period where y'all were promoting fights, and now looks like some of this stuff is going to be starting to happen again. So
I told Zane, I said, I'm not getting anybody more than you. I said, look crazy.
Bullshit. Crazy. Your life will be Boxing Simulator within 6 months.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
Answer me a question. Friday night, who was the main event?
Friedberg. Us.
Saturday night, who was the main event?
Zane. Us.
Enough said.
We got a shop next door to this building that's about to open up.
No, absolutely. I got girls, bro.
Macy's back in the MMA. She's going to be on the label soon.
You got somebody living under your roof that's a pretty good fighter.
Oh my God.
The label.
Oh, I did hear that story too. All right, so rapid fire letter grade for the weekend. How they did? I wasn't there. I can't give grade.
I mean, for what it is, on Friday, definitely an A. I think on Saturday, man, it was well put together. There was no, I'm gonna tell you, we were extremely well taken care of. Like, we had pretty much our own person that would come in and tell us, hey, look, we got X amount of time, relax or whatever. And then even after, with all that drama, they took care of us. So for a professional card with the budget that's there, I'm gonna go like a B+.
Okay,
would have been, I'd say a B-. Not saying it wasn't a good card. Devin and I'll do an awesome job. Few too many intermissions, and some of the quality on the card was a little lacking. But I mean,
it's
that's
a small show.
That's expected.
Okay. Look, some of our the cards that we used to put on were fucking
trash. And then some of them, the cards we're going to put on in the very near future as he starts to sign his roster. All right.
By the way, I'm retiring all my guys right now in boxing sim.
I retired 2 last night.
I'm purposely getting them knocked out so I don't have to pay them.
So they retired their own?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. All right, let's get out of here.
It's 11 o'clock.
Damien's got some AAU tomorrow.
I got fishing, so yes.
Tom is going fishing tomorrow. We thank you guys so much for joining us. This is going to get more viewership after the fact than it did live. But that's okay. We hope that everybody is having a wonderful weekend and is going to continue to be great for you guys. We're going to be back at some point next week, and we're going to be recapping the draft, talking about all sorts of different things. Hope everybody enjoys their weekend. And look, before I wrap up, I want to wish best of luck to all of our local playoff baseball and softball teams. 2 of them have punched their tickets to Sulphur already, Vanderbilt and E.D. White on the softball side. They also Lutcher, so 3. Hopefully on the baseball side, we have some others that will be joining them.
Just bought.
Fletcher.
Happy birthday, Tom.
In the build and E.D. White are going off to the semifinals, and we hope that on the baseball side we got a bunch of them that will be joining them.
John Curtis just punched their ticket this afternoon.
Awesome. Congratulations to them all. Bye, guys. Hope you guys have a tremendous weekend. I'm Casey. This is Nick. This is Damien. This is Tommy. Good night, everybody. We'll be back next week.
You are listening to the Group Chat Podcast.